All right, Coach, much happier week. Any new thoughts as you look back on the win over Boston College?
I just thought for the most part we played really well. It was a game that we were able to do everything really that we wanted to do, and that goes all the way back to January. When we set out in January, made a bunch of changes, went back to practicing the way that we used to practice, even with the lower numbers, suffered a bunch of injuries because of it, as we know. Some are still out. We feel that that's paying off, and we saw it Saturday. The ability to run the ball again this week, the ability to stop the run again this week, and a much more physical style of play. So it was good to see, and obviously the one area that was so broke the week before in our team seemed to get fixed for one day at least, with the quarterbacks playing so well and going 17-19.
Yeah, now that you have your quarterback, how do you want to see the offense progress from here? How do you build on this performance?
We'll just continue to improve. Continue to improve in all aspects, and as a team, as running game, passing game, and then individually too. Guys continue to get better. We've got a number of guys, inexperienced guys that now are playing for us, doing well, and we want to take them to the next level.
Was the running back rotation more what you have in mind, and with Davis getting in there at the end for really the knockout blow?
Yeah, I think that was probably more ideally what we would like to do. Trey being over 30 carries the week before is a little bit high, and so really that worked really well. And really proud of all four running backs that went in there. All four guys over 5.5 yards a carry, and then both fullbacks did well also.
The first team defense has basically been impenetrable so far. Is this the biggest test that they'll face this week? What are they looking at this week?
By far. We got a running quarterback who can throw the ball, who can scramble, who can do everything. These guys have lit up the scoreboard for years, and he's just done a phenomenal job, and he's gone into hard places to play against nationally ranked opponents and done really well.
Yeah, tell us about this program, what you know about them. They really sort of have come out of nowhere and built it over the years and tested some really tough teams on the road.
They sure have. They have done a phenomenal job over the last couple of years, and they play really hard in all three phases of the game. And even though they had a head coaching change, it's still on film. They're still doing a phenomenal job of getting these kids to play really hard, and this is a big-time team.
Given Chucky Keaton's mobility, you talked about his big numbers. Is this more what you'll see as you go on and you get into conference with some of these spread teams?
Probably. There's a lot of huge numbers being thrown up in our conference, and the conference is doing extremely well out of conference, and the Pac-12 South's playing really well too. So we're going to have a lot of tests coming up, but it starts with a huge one this Saturday.
All right, Coach. Good luck this week. Thanks so much.
Thank you.